What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Average Joe Rating Climb. I'm going to play e4. And if you're wondering, my opponent from last time was banned. Their account was closed. So we kind of suspected it, but that did happen. Okay, we have a Caro Khan. I'm going to play knight c3. And actually, I want to show you guys something while my opponent's thinking. They're not really thinking, but I'm going to show you anyway. So I'm going to switch over here, screen share. This is a brand new website I've been working on with the team for a while. It's called nightmaretees.com. It's a bunch of shirts. We've got the Chess Vibe shirt on there, but also some other designs. If you want to go check it out, Father's Day is coming, so there's still time to order. Get a shirt for Father's Day. It supports the channel. Lots of cool designs. I'm actually wearing one of the shirts right now. I've got the pawn and knight heartbeat there, but I think we did a pretty good job, and I would love your feedback and maybe just check it out and see if there's anything that you're interested in. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me go back to this view, and here we go. Okay, back to the game. So we are going to go with the normal gambit here, the von Heding gambit, bishop c4. And our opponent's 2083. Let's see how they're going to respond. Most people play knight f6, and we're going to play f3. And the point here is we're going to give up this pawn so that we can open up the f-file, use the rook to attack, and that's exactly what we get. Now, bishop g4 would be a huge blunder. It's really, oh my. I was going to say it's really common, even at the 2000 level, because it's such a common move in the Caro Khan, and people just are not used to the bishop being on c4, and they fall asleep and they panic. I mean, not panic. They don't pay attention, right? And that's exactly what we have here. So I have two moves, knight e5 and bishop takes f7. They're both very good, and this one's kind of cooler because we sack our queen to get checkmate. Now they can play bishop e6. It's still a great position for us, but I think this one maybe is just slightly better. And so we are going to just sack that, get the fork. We're going to get our piece back, but the reason that it's really good for us is because of the king. Black's king is in trouble now, right? They can't castle. They're exposed. And, okay, you can go to g8, but now your rook is stuck in the corner. This is awful, right? You want to castle so that your king is tucked away and your rook is active. That is not what is happening here. So that's why this is such a good position for us. So the question is, how do we take advantage of this? And I'm thinking about these moves. The reason is because even if I lose my knight, for example, queen d3, if I get my queen on c4, the game is over. This will lead to checkmate. They have to sacrifice their queen. So that's why I'm definitely thinking about queen d3. Queen e2 is also similar, going here, right? Now that's pretty easy for them to stop, something like queen d7. Then I could attack it. Yeah, I think I will go queen. They might be going knight c7 to block here. Yeah, okay, so let's not overthink it. I think I'm just going to play queen e2. It's a serious threat. They have to deal with the checkmate threat. So let's play queen e2, create the threat, and then we can decide if we want to go bishop f4, if we want to castle. Yeah, there's a check here we have to watch out for, so maybe I won't do that, but I have a lot of options here. But first of all, two threats. Okay, they do stop it. Now, queen c4, they can block, so it's not checkmate, okay? It's not checkmate. So if I castle here, bishop here, they take me. I lose a piece. We can't do that. I'm probably going to just defend the pawn and then keep my options open on which way I'm going to castle. Yeah. So let's go bishop b3. Like I said, either one looks pretty good. This is nice because we get the rook on the d-file, supports here. This is also nice because we get the rook here. So either way, very happy with my position. If you're wondering, black is supposed to play bishop f5. This is the correct move. Bishop g4 is just a blunder, and so that's why we have such a great position out of the opening. And the game's not over, but with some accurate moves, we should be able to win this without too much trouble. Okay, so they want to go maybe bishop g7. Check. They still have a move. I think we just castle here. I think the rook on the f-file looks very valuable. I like this a lot. So let's do that. Because now if I go, like, for example, queen c4, if they play e6, they lose the knight. Okay, they're defending that, so they could do that. Also knight d5, which might be a better move. Now, knight h6 either forces a trade or they move the king to f8. The other option would be just bring my rook over, which I think I'm going to do. When in doubt, just bring more pieces to the party. Let's bring everybody. Now we have lots of pressure on these E and F files. I think black's going to have a hard time to defend. Now, if this rook was over here, they would be fine, I think. But because it's stuck in the corner, they're going to have some serious problems, right? And that's the big advantage, I think, in our position. Okay. I don't really want to give up this bishop for the knight. Probably doesn't matter. So I could check. I could even go bishop h6, trade this off to get at the king a little bit. Maybe even just bishop g5 to put more pressure here. Wow. I feel like I have so many good tries here. I mean, I could even just go bishop b2, just real kind of calm, just keep the bishop there. Because on g5, I don't know if h6 is a problem for me. Probably not, but it does give the king a place to run to. So maybe I should block that off. If they trade... Oh, there's queen here. Yeah, let's do it. They actually do have this move, which is a little bit sneaky. Might be an easy one to miss, because they had it covered before, and now they don't. So they have to be paying attention to that. I guess it's not technically checkmate, but it looks awful close. Trade the knight, take here. This is pinned. At least win a queen. Yeah, it's super close. Depending on what black plays, but I could definitely see this ending in checkmate. So let's say they go queen d7. What am I going to do? Maybe just knight e5 and attack the queen. Queen c8. So they do deal with the threat. Just looking for some interesting things here. Like, what if I just take the knight? My idea is I'm going to just start invading with the queen. Oh, this is under attack, though, so let me think about this. If I take, I'm threatening this. That's a huge threat. They have to recapture. If they take this way, take, maybe we invade. That looks good. If they take this way, take, threatening checkmate, so they don't have time. Yeah, they don't have time to take me because I'm creating all these really big threats, right? So even though there's a piece here, they just don't have time to take it. Okay. If I go there, takes, check, and they go back, checkmate. So they have to, no, that's going to be game over. You guys see that? There's not going to be any response. After this, queen e5, the rook is involved, okay? The knight is stopped. They have to go back or play knight f6. Only two moves. If they go back, this is checkmate immediately because my queen is here, remember? And my rook is here, right? And if they block with the knight instead, now I take here with my queen because it's no longer defended. They have to go back, and again, checkmate. So there you go. Beautiful, beautiful finish. Queen and knight combo, extremely dangerous. Yep, and there you go. Knight h6 is just mate. And like I said, it's because that rook was stuck in the corner. I have ads. I have ads now on my speedrun account. I'm not sure if that's intentional from chess.com or what's happening there, but that's a little bit annoying. I wonder if they can fix that. Anyway, check the game review. And we had a pretty nice game. One brilliant move. See what the brilliant move was. Bishop takes f7. Yep, pretty typical. Why is my board messed up? What is happening? What is happening here, my friends? I have no idea. This is the game board. This is the analysis board. It's slid over significantly. Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties this episode. I do apologize. I think chess.com made some changes. That's the only explanation, because I've been doing this for a long time and I don't usually have these issues. Okay, that looks like it temporarily sort of fixes it. Anyway, yeah, so like I said, sorry, this was the big blunder, right? You have to go bishop f5. We could have tried this the sneaky checkmate. Of course, they're going to see that, and you do have to play on after they go bishop e6. Now, again, it's still a great position for us because these pawns are stuck. The bishop is trapped. But I don't like it quite as much as this position. Okay, and so that's why I went for this. Queen e2 is good. Stockfish wanted me to castle. And then did want knight h6 right away, trying to trade the bishop here or make the king move. Yeah, and then we did find the checkmate. Yeah, so pretty nice game. Not too much to talk about, I think. Super common. Like, I don't know why, but almost everybody falls for this. Even at high levels, it's kind of ridiculous. All right, let's go to the next game. Well, where is the next game button? What is happening? I am so confused now. The ads are just taking over here. Let me try this button. I think this is the new game. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's play e4. We're about to cross... No, not with this game. Not with this game. Like, they played d6. Against d6, I like to play f4 instead of d4. Yes, and this is exactly why. Because after they play knight f6, guess what? I can now play e5. And imagine if I had played d4 and done this. I'd have to recapture with the d pawn. They could trade queens, lure my king away, and then they could play knight g4. And I would have a king here and a rook here getting ready to get forked and a pawn hanging, and I couldn't save both, right? But when you play f4, that move doesn't really do as much. It's not the same. And so that's why I like this. Let's play d4, just get the pawn in the center. Bishop f5, huh? I'm going to just develop my knight. I don't think we need to worry about that. If they try to go for this, I'll just play knight a3 and defend it. And then interesting thing about the knight on a3 is there's no bishop that can take you when the knight's on b4 because it blocks it. So I do need to develop this bishop, so I'm thinking of just going here. Generally, this is my good bishop, and you don't want to just trade it for black's bishop, so there might be a better option, but I want to castle quickly. So I think that's what I'm going to go for. So the idea is... Oh, interesting. They don't want to trade the bishops. Kind of weird. Yeah, it's actually very strange. Well, let me just castle. I think this is where we want our rook. Okay, they're striking at the center, which makes sense. Probably we just defend. Just defend the pawn. I'm just scanning for tricks, but the pawn's in the way. Now, if they took here, we could do it. I could consider trying to bait that, but I think I'll just recapture because I want my knight to go to c3. So now, can I play knight c3 now? Ooh. Knight c3 followed by queen a4. That's an interesting one. If they try to take here, check. If they go back, we take the bishop. If they do something else, we take the knight. However, what if they take here first? No, then we have a checkmate threat. We're fine. Yeah, I think we can play this move. That almost looks like I'm blundering a pawn. I don't think we are because of the sneak. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. So I will say this, guys. When I was climbing, when I first started playing chess and I'm improving, I remember when I got above like 2000, I realized that like there's some very clever tactics out there that people start to notice, right? And if I missed those, I kept losing games, right? And I think that's what our opponent is doing here. I think they're just missing a very clever tactic here. So let's just verify it. Check. If they block, we pick up the bishop for free. If they do anything else, oh, you know what? There is going to be knight c3. I didn't see that. I didn't see knight c3. So, okay. Speaking of tricky tactics, so queen a4, knight c6, we take it. They might take with the idea that my bishop is hanging. Is there a way around that, though? Oh, you know what else? We could also consider taking this. Ooh, sack the queen. Go for the check. King e7. Do we have a checkmate or something? Bishop g5. Here. Takes. I don't know what is going on. I kind of want to do that. Okay, so wow. Queen a4, knight c6 takes. Knight c3. I'm not sure if we have a fancy move there. We might have a fancy move. Check, knight c6. What if I go check, knight c6, and take here first? No, because then they could take here, right? Wow, this position is crazy. Like there is tons of tactics. I just want to sack. Can I just sack the queen for content? Can I just sack the queen? Let's do it. We're gonna have some fun this game. We're gonna sack the queen. I can at least see that I'm getting a really nice attack. So now does it end in checkmate? Maybe not, but we're gonna try. The point is after bishop b5, they either have to give me back the queen or play here. Yeah, and now we get to attack it. Now we get to attack the king. I think we're going to go bishop g5 first. f6 takes. Or do we take and then take? This might have been a little bit ambitious, but no. But you know what? I can get two. I can get two pieces for it actually. Yeah, that's not too crazy actually. That's not too crazy. Two pieces for a queen, if you get a beautiful attack, I think makes a lot of sense actually. So check, takes, check. Ooh, then they step in the rook. That looks good. Yeah, let's go bishop g5. That just has to be the move. And if we can take back with this rook and get both rooks lined up, ooh, yeah. Oh, this might turn into something special. This just might turn into something special here. f6 takes. No, we don't want to give him the option to take with the knight, right? But f6, we take, the queen takes. We take check. Ah, there's king here, though. Okay, I got to calculate fast here, guys. So okay, takes, check. If they take me, I think we were good. I think we get enough compensation. But if they go king d6, what's my move? Take here. They're going to take back. Do I have a follow-up? Then I take here. But they have a bishop that takes my knight. I can't allow that. I can't allow that. Okay, so I'm going to take first. I'm going to give him the option. Oh, he doesn't take. He takes with a pawn. Okay. So takes, check. Oh yeah, this actually is good for me, right? Yeah, this should be good for me. We're gonna get a lot of pieces here. Our opponent's playing way too quickly in this position. You can't play this fast in a position like this because there's no way he's calculating everything. He's just kind of hoping it works out. He's just hoping it works out. I don't know if it's going to. I could take the rook, but I think I'm going to take the bishop because then I'm threatening to just win the queen. And I'm still attacking the rook. Oh, this looks so beautiful. Look at that. This looks so beautiful. We got the bishops. We've got the knight. We've got the rooks. And it's the king and the queen in the center. And everybody else is just like watching the party. Look at this. What a crazy position. This is going to be fun to look at with Stockfish because... wow. Yeah, I just can only imagine what Stockfish would do with the white pieces right now. Okay, they do save the rook. So I think we just go here. We stop checkmate, and we win the queen. Unless there's something better. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's get our queen back. And I guess the game's going to go on, because we're going to have a rook. Yeah, we're going to have 2 pieces for the rook, which is good for us, but not totally winning. They're probably not going to take. They're probably going to, yeah, they're going to move their king. Now we have to take the queen while we have the opportunity. Okay, and now we move this guy to safety. Let me go here. Tax the pawn. We still have a dangerous attack on the king. I think we do, actually. Like, for example, if I put my bishop here to cut off the king, swing the rook over, you could see how it's running out of squares, right? We're going to have all these squares taken away. Let's do it. Cutting off the retreat so we can play rook c1. Yes, look at that. Oh! Oh! No, are they going to go king b6? Oh! Oh! Look at that. Look at that. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful? I'm just gonna sit here and stare at the board for a few seconds. Have a moment of silence for this position. That is insane. That is insane. And so beautiful. I can't remember the name of this. Let me know in the comments. What's the name? There's a special name when the bishops crisscross, the checkmate. I want to say Bowden's mate or something. I don't know if that's right. Oh, nice. Okay. Wow. Wow. And that's why you sack the queen. It's trying to sell me on my speedrun account. Really? Chess.com? Come on. Come on now, guys. Okay. Where's the... Wait, didn't I click game review? What is happening? I thought I clicked game review. I want to see the... Oh, I don't have it. I've used my free... No, not now. This isn't... Chess.com, don't do this to me. I wanted to see the brilliant moves. I wanted to see... Okay. This is going to ruin the video. It's going to ruin the video. Well, sorry, guys. No game review. We're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, it's not going to let me try to hack the system. Nope. Okay, well, I will tell you if I had any brilliant moves. How does that sound? All right. Bishop d3, good move. Stockfish likes it. Castling likes it. I really wanted to see my accuracy for this game. It's fine. Okay, I needed to play h3 apparently. And what was the idea here? Play g4 and then c4? Wow, this is the Stockfish way. I don't know why. All right, back to the game. I played c3. You get the trade. Did I set a trap? Uh-huh. Stockfish says queen a4 is good, although it's not winning. Oh, I didn't play queen a4. Yes, this is good. Oh, no. Knight takes d4 is the second option. Knight takes d4 is the second move. It's the second move. Bishop b5. It says this is an equal position. Bishop g5. Take it. Yeah, so I played everything perfectly. So did my opponent. Everything's perfect. This is exactly what Stockfish said. And oh, that was their mistake. They had to go in line with my rook, which looks just ridiculous. Because you're going to give me this for free, which is a bad move. What? This is a bad move? Because king g8, and now the bishop is going to survive unless I take it. But then I lose my bishop. The king is now safe in the corner. And we have, what do we have? A rook and a knight for a queen. But black is totally winning. They've got bishop c5 coming, the rook's coming, and black just wins. So this is what black had to see. They had to go in line, which this is an extremely difficult move to play, right? Your instincts just tell you don't ever do that. But that's what they had to do. And then Stockfish said, if I want to keep the game equal, I have to ignore this and take here like I did anyway, just activating all the pieces. And after bishop g7, again, another just kind of disgusting move here from Stockfish, we end up... Wait, what? Bishop d7. Here we go. The craziness continues. Black can't take it, though, because of knight f5 check, which would actually lead to this endgame, 2 rooks against 2 rooks. What? What did we just witness? Can I just remind you guys of how that line went? Let's just take it from the top. So yes, sack my queen so that I can go check. So they can go up, so I can go check. So we can trade here. So we can trade here. So I can take, so they can walk into the check. So that I can take here. So that we can trade and then play this ridiculous move. And if they take it, we end up with this ending where I'm better. Now, if they're smart, they would not take my bishop. They would move their queen, pin my knight. I would get out of the pin. They would bring their rook to the game somewhere. The best move is rook to e8. The best move is moving the rook here. That's the best move. That's the Stockfish move. Move your rook where the bishop can take it. But no, if I take it, it's actually good for black. Black is now fine. Because you're you're defending, that's why. Wow. You're defending this. Or you could go queen e7, I take it, and we get this position, which apparently is equal, is dead equal. I'm sorry, this is blowing my mind right now. This game is crazy. Okay, wow. So, back to the game. The reason we didn't see that in the game, okay, yeah, because they didn't go king f7. They went king d6, which now I took here, which is the best move, of course, because you're lining up, and all the pieces are involved, which is great. I feel like this game needs to go in like some sort of special book or something. Like this is ridiculous. Queen sacrifice. Okay, they're threatening checkmate. We have to deal with it, so we play knight f3 and also pin the queen at the same time. Yeah, now we're just winning. Take the queen. Bishop d3, best move. Yep. Okay, Stockfish doesn't mind it. Rook c1, and they had to go up. Again, kind of counterintuitive. Still feels very good for me if they would have gone here. Like, I was probably going to go bishop d6. Let's see, they have to go. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I was going to keep looking for a checkmate here. Apparently, there's not one, which is kind of mind-boggling because it really looks like, oh, because now they can go to b6. Look at that. I don't have the same checkmate anymore because my rook. Look at that. But I'm still, I mean, if I just do this, I'm still going to win probably. Anyway, in the game, we got to see the absolutely ridiculous bishop c7. I mean, that is just so cool. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, you need to stop playing chess. Like, seriously. This is so cool. The only thing that could have been better is if I had unlimited game reviews. Chess.com, I'm talking to you. Talking to you on my speedrun account. Okay. Anyway, back to the pool. Let's go. Man, that was so exciting. That was great. We're gonna pre-move e6. We're gonna stick with the ChessMood openings. If you haven't seen those videos, go watch them. Grandmaster Avo from ChessMood. Explain the French to me. That's what we're going to play. You can get access to those. Click the link in the description, by the way, as well. Okay, so we can't play the French. This is not the French. This is a D4 opening, and it's going to be whatever. So we're going to play the Dutch instead, F5. And the basic setup is going to be knight F6, probably bishop B7, and we'll see what we do with this guy. We might go here and trade it for the knight if they give us the option. If not, we might just stay there. Sometimes it also goes to E7. It just kind of depends. Our opponent is already thinking quite a bit after we surprise him. Wow. Wow. They play the move D5? No, that just has weird written all over it. Something... Why would that not be a good move? That's what I have to figure out. I don't feel like I want to let them just take and trade queens, because that doesn't look very pleasant for me. So normally I would say I push by, but I can't unless I'm willing to give up that. Which means I probably have to take it. Or... what? Play D6? Well, I mean, what else can I do? D6 is maybe an option, but if we go here... Oh, you know what I could do? I have an idea. What if I play knight F6, let him take, play knight C6, let him take, and turn it into a gambit? I like that. I like that a lot. And we'll just recapture when we're ready. I like that a lot. I guess in some crazy world, I could even play the move D5 here and then take it back. That's probably not actually so crazy. Huh. No, I like the first plan, though. I like the first plan. Just let him take a pawn. So we're sacking a pawn. But we're opening up the files. And we're getting a nice lead in development. I think, yeah, this looks good. This looks good. Yep, perfect. Perfect. So we're going to get the bishop out. We're going to put the queen on E7 and probably castle this way, line up the rook on the queen for a nice tempo gain. Yeah, this is great. This is absolutely great. Let's go bishop C5. Why am I choosing C5 over B4? Because B4 doesn't do anything. You just play C3 and I waste time. C5 comes with a nice little threat. Of course, they're going to play E3 and block it off, but that's okay. We'll deal with that later. Then I'm going to go queen E7 and try to castle. Now, you might be wondering, what if they take this pawn? My answer to you is, I've already sacked one pawn. What's another pawn? Who cares? I sacked a queen last game. Surely I could sack a pawn on C7. Maybe, yeah. Okay. Now, maybe I castle this way since I can't castle it the other way. Maybe I sack. Nope, doesn't make sense. Maybe I go rook c8. Rook c8 looks good. Why? Because I get one more piece. And now I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces ready to attack. And look at what white is doing. Nothing. They haven't done anything. They've taken a few pawns. That's it. Rook c8 it is. I think this is going to be shaping up to be a very nice game. Now, option number 1. We castle. Get another piece into the game. This rook can come over. King can tuck away in the corner if we need to. We have to be a little careful, but it's not a scary move. Like I said, I just move. The other option is I somehow try to attack here right away. So for example, knight b4, maybe knight e4, looking to do some crazy sacking, or pawn pushing also looks reasonable. But I think getting the king out of danger is the way to go. Now we can just solely 100% focus on checkmating the king, or using our our lead in development advantage. Okay, and I think we just sidestep it. No problem. I could also go bishop e6, opens up things here. No, I think I'll keep the pieces on the board. I want to get the rook here and cause some problems to the queen, I think. Okay, they do get to castle, which is unfortunate, but I think we can still get a nice attack going here. Knight e4 and g5 launch the pawns. Is that the best way to use my lead in development, though? That's the question. That is the question. Yeah, let's try it. I think we go there. Hold on, they're going to bring the knight out, though. Maybe I should get the rook there. Takes. Somehow we have to attack. Like, now's the moment, right, guys? Like, we sack all those pawns. Now we have a huge lead in development. Now is the moment to do something exciting. Okay, let me go knight e4. I'm going to try to play like g5, g4 or something and attack the king. I assume they're going to bring their knight here. Yes, they do. So g5, if they take me, I take them. But then they take my pawn. And that's a problem. I'm thinking of going rook d8 to line up on the queen. But if they take, we have to watch out for this, though. Hold up. Hmm. Maybe we go back here. I don't know. This is interesting. Yeah, maybe I'll just go back. I need to keep some pieces on the board. I can't just trade everything. They go bishop g5. Interesting. Okay. I guess we go back. Only wow, my queen is almost trapped. Look at that. That's interesting. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this gambit did not work. Look at this. Look at this move. You're just ignoring your bishop. Okay, so if I take it, they take me. They have a threat on this. Wow. Wow. Okay, this guy is. Yeah, I mean, I can't even go back because my knight. Wow, that is was a great move, isn't it? I think I have to just take this unless I'm missing something. And he's gonna trade here. Wow. Yeah, this just doesn't feel right, guys. This just feels like something fishy is what I'm feeling, but we'll see. We'll check it afterwards. This is very hard to believe. I'm gonna take this. All right, I'll defend it. I have to reserve judgment till the end of the game, but this is feeling like White's playing very, very strong. Let's go here. They're also not using any time. They're not thinking. That's the other thing. It's like, yeah, it's like 10 seconds each move. 10 to 15 seconds, roughly. Well, we'll see. We'll check it. We will definitely check it. Yeah, they're just taking all the pawns. Okay, well, look at that. Yeah, this just feels, man, feels like it's not a human. Still going for the fork. Yeah, can't really stop it. Can't stop it, guys. I mean, you can't, of course, you can't play gambits against a computer, right? You're going to get destroyed every time. But against humans, it's hard to defend. It's hard to know how to play that way. But against a computer, it's, yeah, you're going to get destroyed if you give up all your pawns. Feels like rice, though. Feels like rice big time. The time is too consistent. It's too consistent. Yeah. Okay, they did take it a little bit quickly, but we'll see if all these moves are stockfish moves, but it certainly feels like it. You're gonna play Rook D1. Mm-hmm. I kind of want to just resign. The other thing that's gonna be annoying, we're not gonna be able to see the accuracy score because I don't have the diamond membership. Oh man. Chess.com, why did you do this to me? Why? Why? Oh, yeah. There, I'm gonna resign. It's pretty obvious to me. This is well, I'll play a few more moves. This should be an obvious move, right? Probably Rook D2, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna resign. This is that didn't seem right. That did not seem right. Do you want a rematch? No, I don't think so, my friend. Let me see if I can try. Is it gonna make me create an account? Is it gonna make me? No. Like, do I have to? Oh man, chess.com. This okay. I gotta check it manually. All right, let's see. Okay, so they played D5, which is it's not a bad move, but it's just kind of a weird move. They took. They took. Okay, nothing crazy yet. This is kind of the moment in the game, like right here when I would expect to see. It's not really a stockfish move. Maybe I was off here. Maybe I was confused. Let's see. Knight B3 was. Now B3 was. Knight takes B7 was. It's hard to say because so what a lot of people do is they'll just play the opening like whatever and then they will do the rice cooking. They just seem too strong. I don't think this is, I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check one more thing. Was bishop takes c7? How much did the eval bar go down? Yeah, it was a small thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? You tell me. I don't know. I'm suspicious. It just felt like they were just win. Okay, yes, something. 700 bullet, 1100 puzzle rating. Yeah. This is definitely suspicious. Oh, they played the same person a whole bunch of times too. Which could be normal, but okay, no. We're gonna report. That didn't seem right. It did not seem right to me. What do you guys think? I know there's gonna be some people who are like, Nelson, you just report every time you lose, but okay. Do I have time for one more game? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, here we go. Freebird. Okay. Let's go for a Grand Prix. So Grand Prix attack, you play knight c3 and f4, and you try to attack on the king side. It's a nice aggressive approach to the Sicilian. So we'll see what they're going to do about that. So f4 is coming next. Already have him thinking after knight c3. You know, the thing about the last game that really was suspicious was how quickly they took the pawns and how easily they got into such a amazing position, right? Of course, sometimes, you know, if you're playing, you're going to take some pawns if people give them to you. But generally, especially at a 2000 level, you're going to stop and think about it, right? You're going to be like, wait a second. Do I really want to take this pawn? Is this really good? Like, you're going to at least consider it. You're not just going to take it instantly and then like, yeah, I don't know. It just didn't feel right, guys. It just didn't feel right. Okay, so normally I like to get my bishop out first. They're not really letting me do that. I could try to do it with a3 anyway. So a3 bishop c4. Then we have somewhere to go if we get chased around. Or just go bishop e2 castle and not worry about it. That's what I think I'm going to do. You know, it's fine. We don't have to get the bishop out there. Yes, I would have, but since I didn't get it in time, no problem. Let's go ahead and castle. Now in b4, we have options. We can just move to a4 if we want, or even just go back and reroute the knight to d2. Would probably be fine. Okay, we'll go d3. Let's out the bishop. Now it's looking like black might not be castling this way, right? Which is going to change our plan a bit. But I'm going to just keep developing for now, and then we will adjust accordingly. Queen c, yeah, it looks like they're going to actually castle this way, which is fine. I think I'm going to get my king off of the diagonal. This is just a nice kind of like, you never know what's going to happen in the future kind of a move to get away from potential checks and things that might happen 10, 15 moves from now. Also, I have bishop g1 now. So that's another thing. Okay. I'm going to play, let me see. I don't know what they're doing. Looks like they're trying to wait. I really want to see where the king's going to end up. I'm going to play a3 to stop the knight. Then I'm probably going to tuck my queen on e1, and I'm just going to wait. Because I really want to attack the king. Let's go queen e1. We can swing over here if we need to. But we're not committed to anything just yet. If they castle this way, we can also easily come this way at some point and attack over here. So let's see. Now is the big question for black. Yeah, they're going to stay in the center potentially, which is maybe pretty smart. Okay, I don't want to take. Sorry, I don't want to take and let the knight come here. That's kind of annoying. I mean, I guess I could. It's not the end of the world. Yes, I could. The other thing that I could do is just retreat and reroute the knight. I'll just do that. Because if they take me now, I take with the rook. Okay, let's go over here with our knight. I don't know. This just looks kind of cool. I think I should bring my rook here. Or make, yeah, bring the rook here, move the rook, play g3, move my king here. Oh, the ultimate setup. Look at, that would be, wow. Guys, can you just envision that, guys? Rook, rook, king here. Okay, back to the game. Yeah, they don't want a castle. Interesting strategy. Kind of annoying, actually. Generally, the idea is bust open the center. So maybe we start to get ready for that. I do like this because it gives me g5. You guys see that? They don't have h6 anymore. It gives me g5. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that. And start maybe clearing out some of these files. e5 or f5 and see if we can't attack the king. Okay. So we could push. The knight's going to move back. Probably. And then what happens? I don't exactly know. I think I like f5 because, yeah, f5 really just creates an immediate threat. And if they take me, I can take either way, and we're starting to open things up on the king. And of course, black can castle at any moment, but then at least we have a target. Okay, they push by. Okay. So do I take it here? Yeah, let's take it. Let's take it. Let's save our bishop. Keep the knight defended. That's important. We have to make sure we don't lose a piece. But I've got a square now that I can use. I also have a diagonal I could potentially use for my bishop. This is shaping up to be pretty interesting here, actually. That's a good move. That's a good move. Because it's annoying now. I don't really want to give up this bishop, so I might have to go to d1, which is a bit more passive than I wanted to play. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I want to save the bishop. Also, it does open up the queen. The pawn I'm not worried about, because if they take that, I think then they have to be super careful here. I think we just jump our knight in and we start getting ready to take advantage of that. Pretty even on time. So nothing to worry about there. And even though my pieces look pretty passive, I don't think they really are. I think we can strike at any moment, really, if black is not paying attention. They play f6. Okay. So let's think through the options here, guys. Option number 1, we just retreat. They might take this pawn then. And then we play knight e4, game goes on. That doesn't look too bad. Option number 2, we somehow just ignore that. So maybe we play c3 to attack the knight. They probably are going to take. Or maybe we play knight e4, sacking that so that we can take with the knight. Is that worth sacking a piece, though? Probably not. Let's be honest with ourselves. Probably not. I should probably go back. I'll go back. But, you know, you want to consider those things, right? Because sometimes it is worth it. Right? Like we saw that game, what, 2 games ago? I sacked a queen, and it turned out to be a pretty good idea. Even Stockfish approved, right? So, okay, I think we just have to try to be aggressive here now with knight e4. And there are some nice tactics that could work out for us here. Um, yeah, let's see. Well, first of all, they have to save their knight. Okay, did they do that? Queen h4 threatens the pawn. Does put me in a pin. Queen g3 threatens this. Also, maybe queen g6 if we can get rid of the knight. Queen f2 threatens this. Wow, this is a very complicated position, and I don't know what to do. I'm also thinking about c4 to try to unleash my bishop on this diagonal. There's just a lot of ways we could approach this. It's very annoying though that black hasn't castled because yeah, they could go either way at any moment. So I'm going to go c4. I think we need to get this bishop off of the back. Opens up our rook too. Of course they can en passant, but then we probably just recapture. And we did at least unleash the bishop. We are down that pawn that I sacked, but in this game, it honestly doesn't feel like that's going to matter too much. It feels like it's going to come down to some sort of a tactic or something. Bishop c6, though. I guess I could take it. They can't take me back. Pawn is a pawn. Okay. Pawn is a pawn, so I will take it. Even though they're ugly pawns, it's actually more important that I get some files open, and also maybe we play c5 and we get the d6 square. That's why it's kind of valuable. And the tactic I'm referring to is knight d6 here. They can't take it. Beautiful fork. Maybe they missed that. Yeah, and I think now we can just go. If they take me... If I take them, they sack and move their queen. Or I just take back with the queen. Yeah, we just take back with the queen. We hit the rook. Very dangerous for black. Very dangerous for black. The board is opening up quickly, guys. And if this trade happens, we're going to have the bishop pair against the knights. Our bishops are going to be super dangerous. So I think black needs to be very careful with their next couple moves here. Especially with this knight d6 threat. This is a huge threat. And you don't really have a safe place for your king anymore because you've pushed it off a lot of pawns. Okay, they're trying to deal with it. They're trying to deal with it. Is now a good time? I think now might be a good time to throw in the check. Bishop c6. Other option is I go bishop b3 to try to get rid of the knight. Bishop b3 looks good. Takes though. Then check. Then yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Check. Da, 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 da. Okay. Let's go here. Because bishop a4, they just block me. They won't offer a trade. But here, I'm trying to keep the pieces on the board. This bishop is very valuable with their king right now. It's very weak. Look at all these diagonals, right, that are open. And so I really feel like we should keep the bishop on. If they take, I have a nice little in-between check, and then we recapture. And they go for it. Okay, so let's throw in the check. The old checkaroo. Because I didn't want to give them the option, obviously, to take my knight for free, right? So we throw in the check, and now we can recapture. And they're not castling anymore. We waited all this time, now they have to stay in the center. You know what's interesting? On king f8, I could play queen takes e5. You can't take me because of the pin. Oh boy. If they take my bishop though, we sack, check, mate. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If they take my rook, can I go queen e6 checkmate? No, they move their knight. Okay, I could just take though. Do we want to sack the rook though when we just have a good solid move like recapturing? That is the big question, isn't it? Takes, takes, takes. What are they going to play? I don't know. I don't know what they're going to play. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because this threat is super dangerous. It's super dangerous. Even though we have to sack a rook, like this is just busting open the king, which is what we need, right? I mean, look at it. King can't even move. King can't move. So we're threatening to just end the game, right? Maybe they have rook h6. Then no, but then we come in with the other threats. Yeah, maybe we come in with the other threats now. So we have a checkmate threat on f7, so they're going to move their knight to defend it. But then we can sneak in on g8, force the king out. Don't know if it's going to lead to mate or what, but it looks really, really good for us. You can just see how dangerous this open diagonal is on front of the king. You can just see it. So queen g8, take here. Super good idea. They have to move the knight though. They have to, because otherwise it's just checkmate. Bishop d5, we just take it. So they have to move the knights. I'm not sure where. That's what they're thinking about. c6 or g6. Check here, check. That's got to lead to mate, right? That's got to lead to mate. Or at least winning a rook. Okay, they go bishop d5, but that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything at all. Oh, it does because they can take it. Oh, I don't have this anymore. I did not realize that. Okay, now it's still good for me, but the game goes on. Yeah. I missed that. I missed that little detail. But I couldn't have done anything differently anyway. Wow, what a position we have ourselves in. So rook e1, rook b1 to come down here looks good. Wow. Wow. This is the type of position I have to keep. I have to watch out for the back rank, right? We don't want to get back rank checkmated. But I am threatening rook b7. If queen takes, we take with the queen, so we're okay there. This is super dangerous because this would lead to a checkmate. You can't go rook b8. I take, and then I go checkmate. So rook d7, I probably just still go there. I could even consider queen e6 against that one to try to sneak in here. Yeah, it's a tough position. They go, okay, that's a good move. That's a good move. Because I can't go there now, I get mated. That's a good move. What do I do? Let me play h3, deal with the checkmate threat. Now maybe I can consider going there. They can trade queens though. Also, I could just push this pawn at some point and try to win. Also, they're about to flag, so we can win that way too. That doesn't look like a very good move, is it? Check, we just run up. What? Wow, I don't see a win. I can go check. They just move. I can take the pawn. Wow. I guess we have to do that. They're gonna go, yeah, they're gonna go there. We take this, we take this. I don't know what's happening in this endgame. I mean, I think we're okay because we have these pawns. Yeah, they're gonna flag. They're too slow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting game. I did feel like they had us up against the ropes and we somehow came back. I'm gonna click this button out of habit, but of course it's not gonna work. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Okay. I need to update my I don't think I updated the losses. Did I? I don't think so. I lost the other game and then won this one. So let me update both of those here. Okay. Fascinating game though. Let's check with Stockfish here. So, yeah, Stockfish is okay with that. I don't think too much happened for a while. It was right around here when things started to heat up a little bit. But both of us played good. Played well. Both of us played well for most of this game. That was a big mistake. Yeah, this was a big mistake because prior to them losing this, I didn't have access to this square at all. As soon as they blundered this pawn, now it's a big deal. This is huge. Wow, black needed to play queen c6, ignoring the knight completely, creating the battery here, and just going for the trade. That's what they needed to do. Okay. Get this position. Yeah, I know. Stockfish says I should have just taken. Which I kind of had a feeling like this was the move, but this just looked very, very appealing. Yeah, it said if you just take here, you're going to win. They can't take me because their bishop's hanging. So I messed up there. And the reason was because, ooh, very difficult move for black to play. Very difficult move. Knight to g8. That's the move for black. Which, okay, if you understand the problem is this is a big threat. How do you deal with the problem? That does seem like a viable move, knight g8 instead of rook h6, and that's the way that's the move that they had to play. Also, I guess your queen defends here, so there's no longer a checkmate threat there. You leave the rook defending here, and then you're threatening, I guess, to bring the rook over, and black is good. Tough move. After rook h6, now I'm just winning again with queen e6. Bishop d5, only move, so they did find the only move. And we get this interesting ending here. Oh no, they were actually equal. Wow. Totally equal. Wow. They flagged, but this is a drawn position. That is very interesting. Of course, against two humans playing, this is not going to end in a draw. Like either they're going to be able to push the pawns and win, or black's going to somehow win the pawns, but it's probably not going to end in a draw, I would think. Anyway, guys, don't forget, please go check out the site. We spent a lot of time making this. And yeah, Father's Day is coming up, so make sure you go check that out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm sorry about the game review analysis stuff. I will have that fixed, hopefully, by next time. As always, stay sharp, play smart, take care.